Hey y'all, well, I think we got it together. Part two of the Sassy T show. We aired a little earlier today. Then we had a little technical difficulties. However, we're back on it again. If you guys out there still with them questions that you had, get on the chat line because there was some information going down. I'm just here to share because I care and I want to know better. Stephanie, what was the last thing that you had said? Because I kind of got you on a hit or miss.
Mm-hmm. We was talking about when I fell off about being married and
Okay.
sticking and staying with the red flags. A lot of times we stick and stay with the red flags because we fully invested. A lot of people don't want to go bankruptcy. A lot of people don't want to lose everything that they have. A lot of people have
Hmm.
kids that don't want to traumatize the kids, even though not realizing they're already traumatized by dealing with the red flags within the home. And I know so many people that are together right to this day that worked on their red flags because of the investments that they have in property, that they have that they might have IRAs and stock tied up in together to when they divorce, you have to split that in half. Who wants to lose half of their investment when
Exactly.
they know that it's a possibility that it can be rectified, fixed, or worked on through counseling or anything else, or just in growth. A lot of times, I know for me, my red
Hello, Stephanie.
She froze.
Mm.
So you keep going until she get back.
All right. Well, she was talking about her red flags being in a marriage. I know I had a lot of red flags being in a marriage, and although I did address my red flags, addressing them didn't always solve the problem. Because the problem was an underlining problem for in my relationship at least. It was an underlining problem because there was always this finger pointing, blaming thing. Um, at one point, we tried to resolve something, but was told by outside interference how we looked or what we should and shouldn't be doing. And then, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I listen to the wrong people and address things the wrong way. And he listened to a lot of the wrong people and addressed almost everything the wrong way. And all I ever wanted to do was basically just do us. It was us that worked, not other people that made us work. It was us that worked. And when we lost hope in sight of us, the next thing I know, what can we do? Nothing but divorce. Nothing but move on. Nothing but try to find a happy medium. Nothing but try our best to make sure that the kids is and they understand that everybody loves them and it's not their fault. Because in the long run, that's who really gets hurt is the children. Especially if you got young ones. Really understand. Shucks. The old ones sometimes don't even understand. I didn't really. I just know that everything that we do as an adult, at one point or another, we need to be accountable for. We need to make sure that do something, give it your all. If you're going to be involved with something, give it your all. And I know you guys were out there earlier. Sorry we lost this connection and everything like that, but I'm interested in hearing any more what you got to say. Just jump right in on there. Want to give a shout out to James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy the second, and Larry Lott for always mishappen for us. Sassy T is a show that I collaborate with Stephanie Winfrey. We wanted to be able to talk about things that a lot of people are afraid to talk about or ashamed to talk about because there's a difference. You might not be afraid, but you're ashamed of what people may say about you when you tell the truth. Or you might be ashamed and afraid of the truth. So it can go both ways. It's kind of like a teeter totter here on that one. So the more and more that we try to engage in a relationship with someone, whether it be a friendship, a partnership, a business associationship, all these different things, at one point or another, we need to realize That's another human being you're dealing with who may have been through other traumas and other trials and tribulations. And that they got to think the same thing about you. We got to give each other some grace. And everybody needs to understand that sometimes you got to take a step back and realize what you. Stephanie had a little earlier in part one of the show. She said, am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing in this marriage? Am I be doing as a wife? I mean, everybody second guesses themselves and questions themselves. But for the most part, to second guess yourself means you actually care because you're giving yourself a chance to rethink what you've done or what you said. It's the outcome what really matters. It's what you do next that really matters. And some of us choose the latter. Some of us just, I'm gonna go with the flow. If it happened again, then I'm gone. If it happened again, then I'm gone. If it happened again, so you got all these times that you're trying to make it work. But when do you really say enough is enough? Man, matters of the heart are tough. Like I said, the heart is an organ. It is not a piece of paper. I mean, you got people that get married just to get a green card to get over here. You got people that get married just to say that I'm married. You got people that get in relationship just to say I have one. But what about your heart? Because when all else fails, and this person you committed to on a piece of paper, and you decide that that ain't what you want, the best thing to do is cut ties, get that paper signed, null and void, or whatever you have to do. Then you move forward. And in the midst of doing all that, you got to understand you can't go back and backtrack because if y'all got this much toxicity amongst each other, or there's no more love and the love is gone and it's lost, at what point do you say, I'm done for real? Enough is enough. Because you can't keep on just going through life like, well, I'm the only one this is happening to, poor me. And then you feel around and now you're going through these different changes in life. And that ain't cool because now you're going to be depressed. You're going to lose sight of the things that you really want to do. You're going to lose hope. There's a lot of things that's just going to happen. And I'm telling you, it's a sad, sad situation. And there she go. Her
Oh
back.
my God. That no, it didn't. It didn't froze. My phone died.
We were just talking about that.
Yes. But anyway, I'm sorry about that.
That's all
But I
right.
felt
Hey,
like I was on.
it happens to me all the time. I thought I rubbed off on you. Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's officially Aries season.
Yes, I'm an Aries. She's an Aries. We Aries.
Check this out. What you juicing? Mandy Rosa. Look it up online. Whatchajuicing.com. I don't know if y'all can see that very good, but this is a green machine, and I'm loving it. It's I don't know. I got some celery in here, probably some kale, spinach. I don't know, but I am loving it. And you can't see my bean soup. Let me see if I can show you. Thank you, Joe. I didn't ate
Now
all of it.
that's
I'm
a
still.
now that's a recipe for the shits. I'm just telling you.
Well, I guess I ain't going nowhere, Stephanie.
You better stay close to the toilet, Mel.
Hey, I gotta get rid of Barbara. She got to go. She got to go.
And I got Louise over here.
Uh-uh. Barbara and Louise. But man, but you know what? With this situation that matters of the heart, I'm gonna just say this. You gotta love yourself first. You gotta really love yourself and know that you're doing everything you're supposed to do as a person, as a woman. I can't speak for men, but I would think a man would want to do everything he's supposed to do in his relationship because that's how most of us
Well,
feel.
hmm,
hmm Go ahead. I
yeah,
wanted Tommy to get back in and say some crap.
I know it. But I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna pick up where I left off at. When I my with my first marriage, this is gonna be a prime example. I got married when I was 20, and it was so many red flags before I got married, and I have to reflect back to that time.
Okay.
But we have to remember. We also have to remember on what our childhood and what we saw coming up, right?
Okay.
And I look back on, we are a reflection of our how at upbringing sometimes. Because as
Yes.
children, we don't know no better. We are being raised in a home, and that's how it's going to be, right? So
Hmm.
I look back, I followed the same path as my mom did, not trying to. It just happened like that. So when I seen all the red flags, I went to college with him, right? He's from Chicago. I'm from Flint. We met in Texas. All the red flags was there. The abuse, the fighting, the this, the that. But I was still in love with this man. But seeing what I saw coming up, I'm thinking that in my mind it's okay
Okay.
because I seen what my mother went through and what she tolerated because her grandparents was like, well, you made your bed, you lie in it. This is what
Oh,
you did. You know, this, you made your bed, you
that's
lie
tough.
in it, you have a child, you got to deal with it. And those were the reality of how things were back in the 40s and stuff like that. The late 30s and 40s. That's how they, so with that, and that's being carried on down. So I'm thinking, okay. So I married the guy and had a baby. Still 10 years later, the red flags are still there. I'm still not going anywhere because I'm thinking how my mother was. We got kids. I got to stay here. I got to raise my kid. I don't want my daughter to be without her father. All of this is still going through my head. I'm in Chicago by myself with no family.
Hmm.
Absolutely no family. I'm there by myself. So I felt like a part of me couldn't leave. I was scared to leave for one. I felt like there wasn't no out for me and all of that. So I had to, like my mom, they told me, hey, you made your bed, you lie in it. Okay. Moving forward, we get a divorce. He remarries 3 years later, but guess what? He went and rectified his rights and made them his wrongs and made them right. He remarried
Okay.
and learned from what he went through with me, but he didn't do it by himself. He had God. He turned his life around, gave his life to God, and moved forward from there. So my whole point of this story is being said that just because you have a red flag, it's how you move with that flag. If you we have choices to do better with ourselves or to stay stuck in the madness of the wrong. And once you make your mind up on to better yourself, whether you still stick and stay with that person or choose to move forward with somebody else, once you put all 10 toes down with God and save your life for the sake of yourself, to sake of love and moving forward, love can exist. And all red flags can be removed through the grace of God.
Through the grace of God. Tommy Boy back in action. He said, once a person understands the inside part of themselves and understand that it is what desires they don't want to let go, or they can turn things around. I think some women are scared to give a good man an honest chance. Be honest with yourself and accept you need great healing. Then he says, so Winfrey, you witnessed a mother loving ways and you picked that mentality up with the prayer
Mhm.
hands.
Yeah, I did. And I became that loving, nourishing person and accepting my flaws and accepting others' flaws, thinking that I can not only fix my flaws and theirs too. But I couldn't. Only God can do that. Only God and the self-love that you have for yourself and the embetterment that you want for your life and your children or how you want your family to see you grow. Because I was told that I wasn't going to amount to nothing, that I was going to have a bunch of kids and moving forward and forward. And I chose to prove all wrong. And I did that through the grace of God. I'm telling you, everything is the foundation of God. And once you realize that anybody that have a red flag or seen red flags or in a marriage with some red flags, it can be turned around. I refuse to think that all red flags is a stick and stay.
You know, when people say red flags, in my mind, the first thing I think about is danger, danger, danger. So you're right when you say that some red flags need to be addressed a little differently,
Oh
or
yeah.
handled a little differently. But nevertheless, it is a red flag and it is a trigger.
Mhm.
Sometimes these are triggers for people. And if you're getting triggered by something, it causes you to act out in a certain way or become a different person, a different version of yourself. So if you trying your best to better yourself and you steady dealing with the same thing over and over and over and over, like, you're
Mhm.
triggering yourself for the setback, for the downfall. At one point,
Absolutely.
again, even with the red flags, like you said, I believe in second chances, and I believe that sometimes all red flags are just like a little warning, flagging you out. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this is something that needs to be taken care of. It needs to be addressed. We need to come to a happy medium about it, or we're gonna fail.
Yeah.
That's exactly
And
how I
just
see
like
it.
Buford said, sometimes it's a caution. Stand on your little your yellow light just to see where is this gonna go. And this is where we talk about love. If this is true love, let me stand here for a minute. Let me just see, because sometimes we move too fast, and sometimes we don't move fast enough. Like you said, Teresa, sometimes it's the red flags that occur that we have to be mindful of.
Oh
If
yeah.
it's a detrimental, like the fighting and this, and you feel like, okay, he got killer vibe, oh well, then you kick rocks.
Stephanie, read what Tommy said to you.
Okay, hold on. He said, so Winfrey, you witness a mother with loving ways. Okay. I think some women are scared to give a good man an
Not
honest
that one.
chance.
The other one.
Okay.
So why?
Once once a person understands the inside part of themselves and understand that it is what desires they don't want to let go of, they can turn things around. I
Nope, that
do
ain't the
believe.
one. Read the one
Okay.
that says, so why didn't you choose?
Oh, I don't see that one.
Okay, he said, so why didn't you choose a God fearing man for your next relationship? Instead, you choose the type you attract. I'm sorry,
Mm.
Oprah Winfrey. I just don't see you practicing what you preaching. And then he did the emoji like this.
Oh my God. No, he didn't. Well, mm, well, I did probably choose a godly one because maybe because I use bedside Baptist. I go to bedside maybe because
All right
maybe
now.
because, maybe because
Definitely can't choose one from that side. Mm.
I go to bedside Baptist and unfortunately I'm the only one that's attending. And I don't, and and that's a good question, and I'm glad you brought that up. I feel like you have to be you attract what you are. My environment does is not a part of that. I'm not
Right.
in that type of an environment, right? I don't go to Sunday school. I don't go to Wednesdays books Bible
Bible
study.
study.
I don't go to Sunday school, church, or none of that. So therefore, I'm not in that environment of the church going men. If like and Tommy, me, you had this conversation. Flint is very small. Flint is not big at all. If I don't know somebody that I know him, and so on and so forth, it just the pickings is not that great here. And nine times out of ten, it's either people that we done went to school with or was raised up with or somebody that we know, or I mean, from afar or anything like that. And I wish I could have a God-fearing man. I would love that, to be a part of a man's life that's God-fearing, because that would better me. Who wouldn't
Right.
want to be better, right?
Exactly.
So it's just because of my environment, the moves and the streets I turned down. I'm not turning down the right streets, clearly. to be seen in
Like
that
what?
in that
There's a
light.
movie called Wrong Turn. You know that, right?
And hey, damn it, I did the wrong turn. I've been making U turns, wrong
Okay, and
turns,
it's a
and
song called "You Better Make a Turn." See,
yeah,
people,
and
and that's what people putting love ballads into their music, into songs. They are using life experiences to offset the matters of the mind and the heart. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
your mind can tell you one thing, your heart gonna tell you something else, or your heart gonna
absolutely,
tell you something that your mind gonna be like, But guess what we do? We put up our own red flags. We don't listen to the heart and we don't listen to the mind.
yeah,
Go the time we hard headed, we don't make issue where issue is not need to be made. We cause our own problem. I think that I remember real quick here, right after I got divorced, I remember his words to me was, "You ain't gonna never find nobody to love you like I do." And I
oh
said,
God,
"Good, because I don't like the love you give to me. So hopefully I never find somebody like that."
I
But
was
later
told that
on,
too.
huh?
I was told the same thing.
But later on,
I
it
mean,
affected me.
verbatim.
It me certain kind of ways. Like, am I unworthy of being loved? And then when I did find someone that I wanted to engage in a lovingly manner with again, it was all falsified. Everything looked good on the outside. I mean, everything was smooth, groove, everything. And what's the title of the show? Don't be fool. Don't be a fool when
With
love
love,
really don't love
don't
you.
really love you.
So I was because I thought that the real love that I was pushing out and giving, that was the same love I was getting back, and it wasn't, because I was blinded by my own love to him, that I totally didn't even see that he was just there for a good time.
Bingo,
That was it.
bingo, Terralisa.
And
You
he,
just
and he wasn't man enough to even tell me that, because he still wanted to live like the college ways and days. Or he'll tell me one thing in my face when we're together, but then when he's out with other people, I got to hear something else from other people, like I'm just his friend. What? Where'd that come from? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then so many people use that word I love you so loosely. You know, to me, when a person tell me that they love me, I'm expecting the whole fruit basket. I eat the apple, the pear, the plum, every fruit that it is. I'm expecting that, because if you really love me, not only you can say it come out your mouth, but I'm an action type person. You have to
Right.
show me that you love me, because if you love me, you would do certain things to me,
If you
say
love me, why
things
you
to
do me
me.
like you do me?
Yep,
Mm, mm, mm. True,
yep.
true, true.
So then you have to ask yourself, do that love really love you, or is it just a form of emotions, or what a person might passionately feel about you?
They pacify the situation.
Yeah, but they really can't. But now let me say this. Some people, men and women, can truly love you, but they have a hard time showing
Expressing
it
it.
and expressing it and giving it.
Yep.
So therefore, we look at that as a red flag, because they were not taught and wasn't raised up in a loving and a caring home. So they only give what they were taught or what they were brought up in. You know what I'm saying? Even though in their heart they feel like I really love you, I really do. But I'm having a hard time expressing it to you, showing you, or giving you what you really want, because
Mhm.
that's not the love that I was given shown to be given.
Mhm.
And that's something, and I think a lot of people s- um deal with that and suffer from that.
I
And
know.
and and that's just a really unfortunate thing, because they heart really love. Oh my goodness, is
Huh.
that the dog?
Yeah. Tina. Huh?
Tina?
Oh, they gone. I'm on. Hold on. Shut up, Peanut. Did I do what? He didn't say, but I think so. Just let
Oh,
me finish this, Pat. I've got a few more minutes to go. Okay, sorry about that. Peanut, hush. Yep.
so
So,
he said, Tommy said, I'm going to tell you now, you truly must repair the things going on within yourself because a high guard works for you against you. Personally, think you possibly blocking someone good that God put in your present. Okay,
well, I'm
what?
gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that, Tommy. I'm gonna say this. I've been told that before, and because of the hardness of my heart from being hurt a lot of times, I'd rather heal first for me and let God work on me. Other people don't see. He said, no, that's for T. Yeah, I'm answering it. So that's the thing a lot of people don't see. They don't see that I'm trying to heal past the hurt by allowing God to work on me first. Because I'm not ready to love somebody else and give them my all again, like I did before and got tarnished, got hurt. I'm not trying to do that right now. So for me, the best thing for me to do is stay to myself, keep leaning on the Lord, and let him allow me to understand me so that I can start back loving me the way that I'm supposed to love myself before I start trying to love anybody. So I know it's hard for people to understand, especially a good man. Tommy, you say you're a good man, you're a genuine man, you know how to treat a woman. I believe you. I do. But I'm not the woman that's ready to allow that to happen for me yet because God hasn't given me that order yet. He hasn't ordered my footsteps to say, hey, let down your guard for that man right there. Or let down your guard for the next man. He hasn't done it yet because I am not healed yet. I still got triggers. I still got things that I go through. So for me, love is a four-letter word right now. That's it. It's a four-letter word. It
But
doesn't
that's
matter to
good. But
me.
kudos to you because at least you recognize this, and it's a lot of people out here, male and female, move forward in different relationships, not healing, not taking their time out for themselves. For the sake of loneliness or for the sake of feeling like
Mhm.
they need some help or they need this. No, if you take time out for yourself, God is going to provide you for everything that you
Mhm.
want and need, and then
Exactly.
some. But
Yep.
you have to lean on Him and trust on Him for all of that to happen. If you don't, then you're going to keep going down that
Getting
same.
in his way. And Tommy
Yeah,
said, you said that before, and then you said that's what you want. So which one you standing on? I'm standing on both of them. Yes, I want a man in my life. Yes, I want to be married again. I want all these things, but I don't want it if God ain't ordained it for me yet. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing that most men don't understand themselves. Because I could guarantee right now, if I don't know your business, Tommy. I don't know who you with or who you been with, but if there's a special someone in your life that you haven't fully let go, and that person may still hold on to you a little bit. However, I'm just saying that you have to choose in your heart when God says to you, okay, it's either time to go with this person or leave this person alone. He ain't gave me that okay yet. I don't have the green light yet. And I'm tired of going against what the Lord has provided for me to do. Because every time I get in his way, I suffer. So I'm not gonna
absolutely.
suffer and I'm not gonna do nothing that he didn't order me to do yet. And I
Mhm.
have to apologize for those who may look at the situation that I'm trying to be all this. I'm not. I'm not trying to do any of that. The only thing I'm trying to do is love Terralisa. That's the only love that I'm
And
trying to do
that's
right
and
now.
and and
Love me
and,
first.
and kudos is Tommy. That's not. It's kudos, not kudos. Kudos. It's not kudos. Okay. Kudos my ass.
Amen.
It's
Amen.
it's
And
kudos. 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 Not kudos.
that's like somebody got the cooties.
Right, that's what it looked like, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
hey, and I'm glad you put that down like that because I think some people really need to hear that and need to put themselves to a side and talk to themselves and say, listen, no matter how lonely it gets, because it could be a lonely road. It could be so lonely till sometimes loneliness kill you, right? But it can,
Mm-hmm.
that road can be so lonely until you choose to go and pick up that red flag and march down the street with it. Like
Mm-hmm.
nothing ever happened without it being fixed, and still holding on to that flag until we
Mm-hmm.
recognize and choose to be by ourselves for a
Mm-hmm.
minute and
Yep.
let God do his thing and trust in him, because it was a time where I wouldn't do nothing by myself. I was married for so long, I didn't know how to do anything by myself. I didn't know how
Mm-hmm.
to be by myself. Now I don't have a problem with it.
And you know
I
that
don't.
sometimes you can be in a room full of a lot of people and still feel alone. You
Yeah,
can
and
still
that's
feel lonely
me.
being in a room full of a lot of people because that there's nobody in there that matches your spirit, that matches your energy, that makes you want to become one with them. So yeah, it's all over. You have to be able to see it. Tommy said amen, and Sylvestine Houston, hey girl. She said say it. We trying to. That's why we on the Sassy T show today. We trying to say it. Somebody needs to hear this. And while we doing this right quick, let me pay my homage. Giving a shout out to Georgia F. Grundy II, James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, and Larry Lott. I'm telling you, this platform, although tonight we had some difficulties again on Sassy T, we working through it. We working through it. Don't count us out though. Don't count us out. It's frustrating
Mm-mm.
for me. It's frustrating for the viewers. It's frustrating for the producers. It's frustrating for my co-hosts. I understand. I understand, but we're gonna make it better. And shop with MUA Jock. Shop with her for all your beauty needs at www.shopmakeupismylife.com. And I'm going to give my girl Mandy Rosa. Y'all come check her out on March 29th at Levels with me at RBT Productions. This right here, what you're juicing, hey, it's good. And I got a hibiscus tea in the fridge. I'm taking that to work tomorrow. But
Okay.
yeah, girl, I've already had her strawberry. I don't know what it was called, but it was a strawberry smoothie, and I had another one. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, it was good. It was real good. I
Well,
enjoyed
I
both of them.
bet you
I ain't
that one,
enjoying this.
that along with them beans, gonna get your ass clean together.
I ain't going nowhere. Hey, y'all heard it here. You heard it here first. No, I'm just joking. But I'm so thankful that our producer allowed us to get back on for a few more minutes due to the technical difficulties we had earlier today. And once again, I do apologize for that on my behalf. Stephanie and
And
I had
mine
a great
too.
show today. Oh my gosh. And I hope you all get a chance to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Giving a shout out to all the other platform hosts. I did have my list in front of me, but I left it in the office because I moved around. But from off memory, we want to do Monday Matters. RJ Leary on the fourth floor, the fourth floor, third floor. We got TT Manchi. We got Thursdays with the third. We have Connected and Protected with Daru. We have I'm missing somebody. I know it. I know it. Oh, RJ Leary has another show. I can't think of the name of it. I do apologize. I will be better prepared the next time. And Stephanie, who I'm missing? Oh, the Lessons with Larry. We got Lessons with Larry. We got Red Alert. Forgot about that. We got Sassy T on Sundays. I'm gonna get the rundown for you all. We're gonna keep trying to keep that out there. Please like, share, and subscribe to our platform, okay? Thank you. Stephanie, what you gotta say? What do you say? I want to be the art in your fart.
Cause you gonna be farting tonight, ma'am.
Oh, what's that? As soon as I lay down, all that stuff gonna marinate together.
Yes. And then he talking about the woodles. It's not woodles.
I'm telling you. Look, Catherine, Sister Catherine, if you watching, make sure you tell Joe that I'm loving it. It tastes like I have meat in here. Ain't no meat in here. And I really don't need
Wow.
to be eating no meat.
I'm gonna have to check them out. And we got and we
Oh, they
we
made it
have
fresh while we were there. They made this
I
fresh while we were there.
I'm at my office today down here, and Jock is in there doing her thing. And when I want to go in there and show up for her, but she is in there doing her makeup. She is doing her thing in there. She's on that grind.
I want to give a shout out to April, the oil lady. I know you were timed in earlier. Thanks for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. I really truly appreciate you. And I'm sorry I was hungry, so I had to eat a little bit, because Stephanie made me realize I got to hurry up and get this in me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. If it don't come out tonight, it will be waiting for your ass in the morning. First thing in the AM.
Lord, mm-mm-mm.
That's what's gonna be your alarm clock.
That's going to be my alarm clock. Mm-mm.
You need, hey Mike, Money Mike, Tommy Boy. That's what you need to get you some of that. So then we can probably eliminate the booster seat. We can go and get rid of that gut. We need. Hey, can they make him a gut buster?
I remember
We
that
need
thing.
a gut buster
Oh, a
soup.
Bellbuster drink.
Yeah, we need a gut buster and a gut buster soup, with a potty with a booster seat potty.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm telling you. And he taller than me, so I can't really talk too much because I might need a booster seat too.
Oh my God,
Well,
he know I had to blast him.
he said, "Get me a green machine." I know that's right. Go to www.whatchajuicing, and it's spelled WHATCHU juicing.com.
Hmm.
And it's like an
Go to
orange
hell.
kind of page
he
gonna
tells
pop
me
up. And
he tells me to go to
whoop.
hell.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna say whoop. Okay. Well, Stephanie, I don't know what just happened, but excuse me. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you once again, producer, for allowing us a few more minutes to get back on after our technical difficulties. Until next Sunday, but I will see y'all on Wednesday on the Red Alert Show. So be tuned in. Got a good topic. I might have a good special guest for you. So until then, peace and love to you all. Thank you. Sassy T over and out. Steph, if you hear me, honey, I'll call you later. All right. Producer, end the show.